Welcome back to CTV News. Ellie Black is heading to London this summer. The 16-year-old Halifax High School student recently became the first female gymnast from Nova Scotia to qualify for Canada's Olympic team. Black made it to the team at a two-day qualification event in Gatineau, Quebec last week. She joins us tonight with her coach, David Kikuchi. Welcome to you both. Thanks for coming in. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, we were talking off camera. This is one of your first times on TV. You're 16 years old, heading into grade 12. Most 16-year-olds are pursuing part-time employment in the summertime. You're ready to go to the Olympics in London.
Yeah.
What's that like? I mean, how do you balance the emotions of being this young, world-class athlete who is living what has to be an extraordinary existence?
It's definitely fun. I'd rather be doing it than having a job, I think. But it's different, too, because everyone else is out there going to the beach every day or having a job, but I have to go to the gym and train. So sometimes it's difficult, but it's really worth it, and I'm really excited.
A lot of sacrifices? Do you miss out on a lot of stuff, a lot of social stuff?
I guess, but I'm not really used to doing that anyway, so this is just normal for me. So.
How long have you been doing it? How long have you been involved in gymnastics?
I've been doing it since I was 6 or 7 years old.
And was there a point, I imagine there had to be a point, sometime going back in your sports career, that you said to yourself, or people around you said, you know, this is an opportunity to pursue something on the worldwide stage? You knew you had something special. When? What age?
I think my other coach, KG, he always kind of saw that, and he always was pushing for me to become a high-performance athlete. And then last year was after I hurt myself, Dave stepped in and started helping me, and he's really helped me with KG's help to kind of get to that level. So I guess just in this past year, it's been like reaching those goals and getting to that point.
David, I want to break down Ellie's preparation into two categories, age and athletics. Let's do age first. You've been to 2 Olympics. You were 24 years old when you went to your first one. She's 16 years old, 8 years younger than you were as an Olympic rookie. When it comes, I guess, sensitivity, managing the pressure given her age, do you approach the training a bit different?
Not really, I guess. And just thinking back to myself, when I was 16, there's no way I would have been able to handle all of this stuff. And so it's the women's and the men's. It's a different sport, and the women tend to be much younger when they're at their peak, and the men, it's quite a bit later. And so the men, when they deal with all the stress, Olympic qualification, that kind of stuff, they're in their 20s for the most part, and the women are teenagers. And so I've been able to help her, being through all this stuff before, I've been able to help her to understand what's coming, what to expect, how it's going to be, what's going to be expected of her, and to make it a little bit easier as a 16-year-old kid. Yeah, like I said, when I was 16, there's no way I would have been able to handle all this stuff.
What are her emotional strengths, or is her emotional strength her #1 strength? The fact that at the age of 16, the summer going into grade 12, she's able to handle all these pressures and put herself on the Olympic stage, part of Team Canada.
It's really difficult, and she last year, this past winter and spring was very tough on her because she's got her regular schoolwork, and she kind of came out of nowhere at the beginning of 2012 to on the Olympic team now, and to do that she had to compete all over the world, and we missed lots of time and all kinds of new pressures and new experiences, and she was able to handle that. And she just had exams a couple weeks ago, and so it's a relief for both of us that that school is over for now, and she just has to concentrate on gymnastics. But yeah, it's really tough, and so she's handled that well.
When the Olympics broadcast on CTV in a few weeks' time, we and the world will see her athletically. What are her athletic strengths? Give us a preview of what we can expect to see when we watch Ellie Black compete.
So the women, they compete on 4 events: vault, uneven bars, beam, and floor. And Ellie is the strongest vaulter in the country, and that's the main reason why she was able to make this Olympic team. In all of the selection procedures, she won 4 to the 5 days on the vaults, and she's also pretty good compared to the rest of the team on beam and floor. Bars is a little bit weaker, but yeah, her vaulting is her main strength, and beam and floor will help out the team as well.
Ellie, from a point of patriotism, as a sports fan, when I watch Team Canada play, whether it's in hockey or any Olympic event, I get pumped up because it's my country. For you to wear the flag, to wear the red and white uniform and compete on the Olympic stage. Looking forward, how excited are you? How do you feel about this?
I'm very excited to be able to represent my country and go there and be a part of the games, and I'm so proud to be representing my country there, and it's just really exciting. I mean, it doesn't really happen that much for a 16-year-old, so I'm very excited.
David, what is her window of opportunity? You mentioned the women athletes in gymnastics are a bit different than the male athletes. She's 16 years old. You went to 2 Olympics at age 24 and 28. She's 16 now. Is her window to the age 24 roughly? Is that usually how it falls down?
24 would be kind of pushing it for
really?
the women.
Okay.
20 would be okay. She's pretty lucky in that she is 16 this year, and so there's a 16-year, or you have to be at least 16 to compete in the Olympics. So there's a couple of girls who are quite good, who are 15 and can't compete, and so her birthday fell at a good time, so she's able to compete here and then still be young enough to have another chance if she wants.
And finally, Ellie, you've had a chance to shape up your competition to some extent. How tough will this be for you? Give us a preview of some of the people, some of the countries you expect to be in toughest against.
Well, we are competing against like the best in the world, and when we compete, we will be with America and then Britain. So that's going to be very exciting, but like right now the U.S. is probably the best they've been, and they have the best girls. So I mean, it's really exciting to be able to compete with them, but it's also like kind of nervous. But yeah, so the competition's going to be great, but there's going to be so many fans there cheering, so it's going to be definitely different than what I'm used to, but I'm really excited for it.
Make us a deal, okay? You win an Olympic medal, you come back and see us, okay?
Yes.
Absolutely. Ellie Black, remarkable story, going into grade 12, off to the Olympics, part of Team Canada, and to some extent probably part of Team Nova Scotia in your heart. Very proud of you. Thanks for coming in. And David Kikuchi, her coach, and 2-time Olympian. We wish you both all the best. We thank you for coming in, and we'll see you on the back end of the Olympics when you come back to talk about your successes, okay?
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you soon. And CTV News continues after this.